Which of these two teams, the young Pelicans or the veteran Suns, which one will wind up going farther this season?
The Suns. I like everything about New Orleans, the way the roster's constructed, the people they have, the temperament, the leadership, everything about them. But a necessary component in the NBA is heartbreak. Just flat out heartbreak. Jalen and I were just talking during the break. Like, Magic and Tim Duncan are like maybe the only two guys who went to that level without some heartbreak. The Pelicans haven't had that yet. They're just getting started. The Suns' heartbreak was not in losing in the finals in 6 games to Milwaukee. That wasn't the heartbreak. The heartbreak was last year to lead the entire season, to be the #1 seed, to play the way they did, and to then lose game 7 like that to Dallas, to get crushed. That was the heartbreak. And so it's a different team now. And Devin Booker, we mentioned that being his team. CP3 doesn't have to shoulder all that anymore. Devin Booker is carrying a lot of that load. He is assertive in a way he wasn't 3 years ago as he grows into that role. DeAndre Ayton, they're going to make their peace with him. All right, and if they get off to a great start like they're getting off to, you keep DeAndre Ayton. You don't have to worry about trading because he's one of the best big men in the league now. The Suns will go further than the Pelicans, who I like tremendously.
Why does Stephen A. look so skeptical?
Because he hates Coyotes.
You make me sick. You make me sick. I love this man, but he makes me sick right now. If heartbreak was the recipe for championships, the Knicks would be 10-time champions. I mean, I can't believe you're having a conversation about heartbreak on national television just a few feet away from me with the Knicks. They've been breaking hearts for decades, okay? New York is walking around. The most famous and the most expensive psychologists and therapists reside in New York because there's New York Knicks fans everywhere.
They got some
piling
wins
offices. I don't want to hear that.
They got some wins coming in with all the heartbreak they've given you.
Whatever. The point is
heartburn.
It's the Pelicans, okay? Because let me tell you something. You can bring up all that heartbreak all you want to. If Zion Williamson was healthy last year, I think New Orleans would have knocked Phoenix out in the first round. And I respect the hell out of Phoenix. And Devin Booker's a superstar. I get all of that. And this year, I'm looking at them, and I see them. They're the #3 defense in the NBA. Pelicans number 3 offense in the NBA. Zion with Ingram, Valanciunas, and these brothers right here. I'm sorry. I'm of the mindset it's the Pelicans.
Wow. And you guys both make convincing arguments. And I waffled mentally twice. At first, I was with you, and then I was with you. But I really agree with Stephen A. And here's why. Watching the Suns lose in the playoffs last year was reminiscent of me of watching a boxer get knocked out really good for the first time.
Right.
You can still get back into the
Pacquiao.
ring, but sometimes they just never the same.
Yeah.
And I thought the way the Suns made it to the finals and then lost like that, that was their window. And I think the Pelicans are an ascending team. They have 2 young all-stars in Zion and Ingram. They have height, they have bulk, they have depth, they have youth. And Willie Green was on their staff. Now is the head coach of the Pelicans. I think they're next.
We will find out, and we will see them tonight, and we are hoping that we will see these young stars tonight. The Pelicans hoping to have Zion back soon. He's had an historic start to his career. He has 48 games with 25 points on 50% shooting. That is already the 3rd most through a player's first 100 career games in the shot clock era. You see the legendary names on your screen. Only Walt Bellamy and Kareem Abdul